Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and this evening we'll have a look at the latest GFS, GEM, E7WF, Gfs Ensembles. We'll have a look at some temperature charts, and then we'll have a look at the live radars. We do have some more heavy showers and thunderstorms around today. Do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you do like and subscribe, and do remember to follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description. Now, over the last few days, we have been looking at these models, and we're starting to see the signal that the end of May and start of June could have things drying up and turning warmer. Now, it does look increasingly likely temperatures will be definitely on the rise, and there's a possibility we could start to see the potential for a sort of warmer spell. I wouldn't really call it a heat wave, as it's not brutally hot at the moment. It's not looking brutally hot at the moment, but it's going to be definitely a lot warmer than we've had at the moment. So if we run through the latest GFS, you can see this low pressure eventually clears through away, which is bringing us to showers over the next sort of day or so. We still will have a few showers around as the high isn't centred over the top of the UK. But as we head towards Bank Holiday Monday, high pressure is firmly in control. And we're going to see some quite warm conditions perhaps on Bank Holiday Monday, perhaps getting up to high teens, maybe even 20 degrees or so. We do have some warmer air coming in from the east. The high pressure sits over the top of the UK with quite a warm pool of air above us. But as we head to the following weekend, so it's around day 10 beyond, that high pressure pulls out into Europe, low pressure's out in the Bay of Biscay, and we are pulling up southerly winds. And you can see the 15-degree isotherm getting close to the UK on this latest GFS, which could give mid to high 20s, maybe even 30 degrees in a localized spot. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going to, if that does come off. Now, it is one push of warm air, so it does move through quite quickly, and then it does look like low pressure will be coming back, bringing in fresher air. But it could give us the potential of some quite warm days, because leading up to it, it's relatively dry and warm, but then it could even turn hotter as we head into that weekend. If we now have a look at the ECMWF, see how it compares, because remember, we need to get models to agree with each other to have any certainty at all with it. So if we have a look at the ECMWF, it's unfortunately not loading. We go to the 850 HP temperatures. Perhaps the pressure charts will start working this morning. This afternoon. So from this morning's run, it's midnight run. So perhaps just not working. So if we run through, you can see that high pressure does start to build up to the northeast by next weekend. Low pressure, however, does move through on that, and the ECMWF does not build that high in. You can see the warm air that goes across the UK from the south is stuck over towards Spain and North Africa, and it's not getting up to the UK. So ECMWF is not going for a warmer spell. So that's very interesting to see with that. And we'll have a look at the ensembles for the GFS in a minute, which will show you there are still some color outliers along with this ECMWF. If we now finally have a look at the GEM, you can see the low pressure clears, high pressure builds over the top of the UK. We do start to pull in a bit of an easterly wind, and as we head towards Bank Holiday Monday, low pressure does start to pull in. However, as that low pressure does clear, we do start to pull up some warmer air. Doesn't quite make it all the way to the UK by day 10, but run that along maybe a couple more days, and I suspect we could be starting to pull up some warmer air. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. If we have a look at the GFS ensembles, you can see that's well reflected. The next couple of days we're below average, and we return to around average with quite dry conditions, which will mean temperatures will be able to get up into the high teens, maybe even 20 degrees. And then we have a split. For sort of the first few days of June, some ensemble members are going very warm, some are remaining cool, and perhaps even cold. Now, as I suggest, the ECMWF and the GM operational runs were on the colder end of that spectrum. However, the operational GFS, with many of its ensemble members, are going quite warm, and you can see it's the potential of the start of a mini sort of warmer spell or even heat wave. In the longer term, there's no real signals. There's still a lot of scatter. But generally, there are still some precipitation spikes around. So even though high pressure will be in control, there will be upper level troughs. And especially when we pull up that southerly wind, or if we do pull up that southerly wind on many of those ensemble members, it will be bringing up hot, humid air and could be sparking off thunderstorms. We do have a look at the midnight run as well, just to see how much uncertainty there is. If we go back to the midnight run, you can see again still a lot of uncertainty. You would say probably to the 6Z they were more warmer ensemble members, but again we'll have to really wait another couple of days before we can really say whether we will be seeing those southerly winds. As you can see with that E7JF and the GM, it's still up in the air exactly what's going to happen. If we look at the 2 meter temperatures, you can see generally after the next couple of days, temperatures will be getting around to the high teens, maybe even 20 or so degrees, and then as we head to the early days of June, potential for maybe 25, 26 degrees quite widely. So we'll have to, so quite warm temperatures, and we'll have to have a look at that nearer the time. But I do want to show you briefly the GFS temperature charts, just to give you a hint of what we could be seeing with those upper air temperatures. Now, the GFS was a warmer ensemble member, so perhaps it might not get this warm, but it just gives you hints. So over the next few days, highs around 14, 15 degrees, nothing too warm. But as we move through into Thursday, you can start to see temperatures get up to 17, maybe 18 degrees, so warming up slowly. And then into Friday, maybe 18 degrees in the south, but cooler in the north with cooler air. And then perhaps next Saturday, 23, 24 degrees into the bank holiday weekend. Sunday, again, quite a warm day, 20, 21 degrees. Maybe a bit cooler in the north and the west with the prevailing wind. But further eastwards, it does look like generally quite warm. As we head into bank holiday Monday, again looking quite warm. Not quite as warm as Saturday and Sunday, but still perhaps around high teens, maybe 20 degrees or so, quite widely. Beyond that, to see again, Tuesday the 1st of June, 20 degrees quite widely across the whole of the UK, reaching even parts of northern Scotland, perhaps even going 23 degrees or so with the Föhn effect. Beyond that, you can see Wednesday, again, quite a warm day. Around, again, 20 degrees quite widely once again. Again, highest temperatures in northern Scotland with the Föhn effect over the Scottish mountains. But it's as we head into that following weekend, you see 23 degrees quite widely on Thursday. And as we head into Friday, 25 degrees perhaps. And then into Saturday, you can see maybe even 26 or 27 degrees is possible. Near continent, perhaps getting up to 30 degrees. So if we do see this GFS run come off, we could be seeing some very high temperatures. And now it's very uncertain at this stage, but I would probably back this as the more likely scenario at this stage, simply because we've been seeing signals of a higher pressure build with sort of southerly winds. But because of all the low pressure we've had recently, and because of the northern blocking we've had over the last few months, you can never rule out the northwesterly winds coming back in. So finally, we'll have a look at the live radar just to update you on the shower activity today. So the main weather fronts associated with the low have cleared. You can see the lows positioned to the north of Scotland, spiraling around rain. See the main weather fronts going up across parts of Norway, Denmark, Germany, getting all the way down to sort of France, Switzerland area. And you can see behind it, there's a few heavy showers and even some embedded thunderstorms. Now you can see it's quite hit and miss, a lot of these showers, and where the heavier cores are very localised. But you can see down in the southeast, sort of East Anglia area, there are some isolated heavier pulses, perhaps even some lightning strikes in there as well. Some thunderstorms further westwards, maybe more persistent rain. But again, nothing too heavy. But it'll still feel fairly unpleasant when you're stuck out in it. In the sunshine, however, it still does feel relatively warm, perhaps even around mid to high teens, so feeling generally pretty pleasant. But hopefully over the next few days, this rain will start to ease and we'll have some drier days ahead, and hopefully even some warm conditions as we head into the bank holiday weekend and into June. So anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, subscribe if new, and I'll see you again for another video soon.